The Most High did not create us to be slaves. We were born to be free. We weren't born into this world to be vaccinated, to have our skin compromised with these needles to inject us with these foreign poisonous fluids under the guise of, it's because of chicken pox. It's because of polio. It's because of measles and all this shit. When the Most High does not make any mistakes, when he created us perfectly. We have infiltrators that have enslaved this world, and so many people are so fucking asleep. When you awake to the true nature of this world, you realize that you're living in hell. It is so frustrating living in the world around people that are just asleep. Even up until now, you have a lot of these idiots that are still wearing these masks, that still haven't figured out that their government has deceived them. They still haven't figured their shit out. I mean, what more is it going to take? What more is it going to take? You know? The more you consent, the more you follow their orders, these bullshit ass executive orders and mandates and all this crap, the more consent and power you are giving them. I've not worn that mask since day one. Now, granted, my other job in Houston, initially I was wearing it, but I don't wear that shit no more, man. They're deceiving you. They're putting fear in you so as to control you. Talking about they're going to roll out this vaccine and they're going to use the power of the military to administer the vaccines to everyone. If you people don't wake the fuck up, you're done. Then a lot of you are stupidly having children, bringing more children into this world to be slaves. Taking the vaccines, having them enrolled in these public schools, that's nothing but indoctrination. They're trying to indoctrinate your child to be ready for the world. They're trying to enslave their minds at an early age so that they will be submissive slaves. They won't question anything. It's yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You people have got to wake up, man. You've got to wake up. The Most High did not create us to be slaves. He created us to be free. Look at the nature around you. What animal do you see that is enslaved? Do you not see how freely these animals roam around in nature? Now, of course, when they see a predator that is known to attack them and is known to use them as prey, of course, they're going to go in defense mode and maybe even hide. But that still doesn't stop the natural order of things in reference to nature. These animals are free. And I'm pretty sure way back in the day, it probably wasn't even like that. Animals probably didn't eat other animals. Humans probably didn't eat animals. Where did all that come from? What foreign thing came upon this earth and indoctrinated us and conditioned our minds to indulge in these abominable behaviors? Man, I know my sole purpose here is to expose the evil of the world and to deliver a message. The reason why the Father allows my persecution, allows my hardships, it's because he knows that I can take it. He knows that I can stand as a symbol for hope for the rest of humanity that is enslaved, that you don't have to be afraid. I am still surviving. I am still living. I may not be living in the lap of luxury, but I'm still surviving. My spirit is still strong. And I hope with the way that I've been able to stand my ground against the evils of this world, that it'll influence somebody out there, even if it influences one person. That is wonderful. I've done my job. Somebody, stop being afraid of this fake ass government. They do not mean you well. When you look into the breakdown of what the word government means, it is mind control. Do your research. They want control of your mind. There is absolutely nothing to fear. Yes, they're going to implement intimidation tactics. They're going to do any and everything they can to put you in fear. I am here to tell you, I am highly qualified to talk about this because I've gone through it. I'm still going through it. I know what I'm talking about. If I have not survived this long, if I didn't know what I was talking about. You cannot have fear. You cannot fear death, even if they come at you and try to take your life. You can't even fear that. You are here to fulfill the purpose that the Most High has set you here to fulfill. Never forget that. There are a lot of people out there that are lost, that are so hooked into the system. Man, they don't know what to do if they lose the things that they're so used to having. You cannot hold dear to anything in this world because it's temporary. It doesn't last. You can't take any of it with you when your flesh has expired, when your soul leaves the body. You can't take none of this shit with you. And that's how they're able to continue to feed this so-called matrix, because of the energy that you put forth to struggle, to sacrifice, in order to just have something that is temporary, that has no spiritual, monetary meaning. I'm on the run as usual. I'm at a whole different spot. This is like an Orthodox church. From the distance, I thought it was a mosque. I was hoping it was a mosque. I don't hope these people think that I'm religious, like I'm a Christian, or, like I follow the ways of Christ, but I don't consider myself a Christian, because Christianity these days, these so-called Christian churches, they are not the real deal, man. These people have been infiltrated. Any church that is a part of the 501c3, and pretty much what that means is you do what the government tells you to do in order to get your little perks. Any church that is involved with that is no good. You best believe it. I can guarantee you there's been some sort of compensation for these pastors that have not been able to run their churches. I'm pretty sure there's something that they filed with the government to continue to get paid. Even though these churches have been shut down because of this fake COVID pandemic, you best believe that those pastors are being taken care of. I guarantee it. There's something that they filed with the government to still get paid. You better believe it. Oh, man. I'm still in Dallas. I don't know what area this is. I just drove straight down there's a road called West Campbell Road. I drove straight down from there, from the 75 Central Freeway. Just kind of ventured out. When you're going through this, it is very important for you to change your locations as much as possible. Do not do the same thing every day. You got to keep it moving, because you best believe if they see that you've gotten comfortable in the same spot, they're going to plot and plan things. So it's always best for you to move around. Like it says in scripture, the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. Jesus was homeless. Jesus did not have a place that he called home. He had been on the run all his life, going from place to place, trying to wake people up, trying to get people to see, trying to show people the way. And those of us that are out here, these hidden ones, because the hidden ones are not in these churches. These hidden ones that are being secretly persecuted, covertly, and a lot of times overtly, but people still don't care. They have no, they don't, they have no, they're so lost. They have no clue as to what it means to be truly persecuted, to be sought after every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A lot of these fools think, oh, because I couldn't pay my light bill, I didn't have enough money for my light bill, I'm being persecuted. I didn't have enough money to pay my rent, so I'm being persecuted. You know, I didn't get the car I wanted, so I'm being persecuted. All this bullshit prosperity preaching that these preachers in these fake ass churches preach to you. To, what is it called? Is it tickle your ear, or to, forgot what the term is for that. Something about, saying something that's pleasing to the ear. These people have lost their fucking minds. I see it every day. They look at my situation and it's like, they think I'm pathetic, or, oh, look at how deprived he is. Like, I'm not deprived, I promise you. I'm a whole lot more richer than you are. No matter how much material wealth you have, spiritually, I'm a gazillionaire spiritually. Because I know the truth and I see through the veil. We'll see where your riches get you over time. I am witnessing the destruction of Satan's kingdom firsthand. We are all witnessing it. There are others out there like us. It may seem like there's not, but you best believe you are not the only one going through your struggle. And I have to think about that every day, because it can be a very lonesome journey to go through this kind of stuff. People don't understand unless they walk a mile in your shoes to see what you go through. And none of it makes sense initially. When you come to find out that the world is against you, that these people just have this disdain, this hate for you for no reason. The devil has deceived a lot of people. The devil does not want people in his world that can see his bullshit, that can see through the veil, because that is a threat, obviously, to his kingdom that he's trying to set up and to have prosper. It is a threat. So those of you that are going through this, continue to be strong. You have a duty at the end of the day. No matter what, no matter how much you hurt physically, or whatever pain you're going through, at the end of the day, it's not going to be in vain. Everything that you go through is not in vain. You have a purpose here. You show these bastards that you can stand through whatever it is that they put you through. You can stand through it and you can survive. You have the spirit of the most powerful, supreme source being in all of existence that is on your side. But you have to be the one to know it. You have to have faith and believe it. It is such a beautiful day, man. I was riding through here and I was like, man, look at how beautiful this earth is. The earth is not bad. Don't ever think that just because there's people here that are doing evil, because there's spiritual wickedness that is unseen, don't ever take it out on the beauty of the earth. Man, there is so much healing out here. If you just take the time to just bask in God's creation, the trees, the grass, the dirt. I mean, dang, if you can dig up dirt and bury your feet in dirt and just sit in that for a good hour or two, man, there is so much healing in that. That is better than any kind of prescription medicine. I feel so bad for these people that are taking all these different prescriptions for things. If only you could just change your diet and get out in nature and not be afraid to get dirty. There's so much healing in that. Hanging out in the tree, getting a bowl of fresh fruit and just sitting to yourself and just meditating on that which is good, meditating on positivity, meditating on the Most High. There's so much healing in that. I promise you, I know what I'm talking about. Just try it and be consistent. Don't be discouraged. When the devil sees you're trying to do better for yourself, you're trying to connect with the Most High, he's going to do any and everything he can to keep you from getting that connection. But you know what? That's how you know it's working. When you start getting those attacks, that's how you know it's working. Okay? I lost my job working at that security company because of the incident. Supposedly, it was because of the incident that occurred, at that residential place that I was patrolling, that residential neighborhood, because the police came out. I am not stupid, okay? These are people that go along with the system. And if you are showing any type of resistance to that system, they ask you to wear the mask and you refuse to wear the mask, that's going to be a problem. From a legal standpoint, they know they cannot fire you because you don't want to obstruct the oxygen flow to your lungs. They cannot fire you for that. So they had to set me up for some other stuff, which it really wasn't even a setup. Anybody, you don't even have the eyes to see that it was all BS. You don't have to have the eyes to see that. I have so much video evidence and proof. It's so apparent. But in these days and times, it's like that don't even matter. You can have footage blatantly showing somebody commit the crime, but it don't matter no more. That's how bad it's gotten. Woe to those that call good evil and evil good. This is the world that we live in. Is crazy. The trend that I've always seen throughout my whole tribulations that I've been going through, even before I knew about gang stalking or community mobbing or what have you, that the Most High has always made ways for me. I am extremely confident in knowing that I'm going to be all right because he has a purpose for me. He knows that I need things. He knows I got to eat. He knows I got to be able to survive so that I can be a beacon of hope to those that watch. You got some of them that watch that are puzzled. They scratch their heads, just like this goblin that I was living with. She made the comment saying that you've been going through this for 6 years and you still ain't killed yourself? So as to imply like I should kill myself or I should have killed myself by now. And it totally made sense, the comment that she made, because come to find out, she's a damn demon. She's a damn reptilian devil. Hence the video evidence that I provided that Tim Rowe, was able to pick up on. You cannot have fear. That's what holds people back. It's fear. That is the main thing. People they don't want to ruffle people's feathers. They don't want to lose, the luxuries that they have. So they go along to get along, and they do what's necessary to please their masters, so that nothing negative comes down on them. You got to break out of that. You want to leave this type of legacy behind for your children? You want to bring children in this world to teach them to be slaves? That is so messed up. I know now why the Most High has never made it possible for me to have kids. I've been in different relationships. I was even married once. Not one time did it ever happen. because he had a purpose for me. He didn't bring me into this world to have children because he knows what this world is. But for those of you that are still out there baby making, bringing kids into this world, it don't make sense for me. Maybe those are the tares, you know what I mean? Like they got to continue to bring in more slaves for the masters, you know? Like I don't understand that. There's no way that I would want to have a child. My life is so unstable right now. My future is uncertain. I can't keep a job for longer than 6-7 months. What kind of life am I going to be able to provide for my child? Knowing that I'm systematically being watched, harassed, provoked, disenfranchised. What kind of life am I going to be able to provide for a family, knowing that this type of stuff is going on? So that ought to let you know right there, like your purpose is higher than that of coming to this world and having a family and going along with this system. You are here to be a messenger. You are here to stand bold against this system so as to wake other people up. You gotta eliminate fear. The whole point of this video is you gotta eliminate the fear. Don't fear anything but the Most High. You gotta get rid of it. And I'm not perfect. Sometimes I have my moments of uncertainty, and you know, I have a bit of fear that may come over me at times. But it's nothing to talk to your Heavenly Father and to meditate on His word and His promise to uplift you, to bring you out of that fear and to allow you to stand as bold as a lion against all this evil. There's so many people out there that try to invoke fear unbeknownst to them. Be safe. Isn't there a version, scripture and Bible that says, for when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come upon them? Man, when I first started realizing that I was being gang stalked, there was so many people that used to always tell me, be safe. And I had never heard that term before. Before I realized I was being gang stalked, I never had anybody tell me, be safe when I'm walking out the door. All of a sudden, everybody around me, be careful, be safe. That's an implication of fear. That's like they're trying to subconsciously have you be on the lookout for something that will happen. Now, granted, yes, you have to be vigilant, but don't have fear. You stand bold in whatever it is that you do, as long as you're living in righteousness. Even if you die, as long as you died in righteousness, there is nothing to fear. The Bible says not to fear no man that can destroy the flesh, but fear the one in heaven who can destroy the soul and the flesh in the lake of fire. There's nothing for you to fear. This flesh means nothing. If you get disfigured in the face, it means nothing. As long as the Most High will allow you to stand and fulfill His purpose, that's all that matters. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I might do a live stream later on tonight. I have some very incriminating body cam footage that I was able to retrieve. I had a laptop that was that I had for quite some time, and I don't know if it naturally crashed on its own or it was something that these perps did. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you, but for a while I was not able to retrieve my body cam footage because I didn't have a laptop. So I have a lot of incriminating evidence on there that will show more proof and truth as to the situations that I go through, and that will expose the corruption that is rampant in this world, especially with the ones that are supposed to be out here protecting and serving us. So I will be showcasing those videos in the next few days or so. So just be on the lookout for those. Have no fear. Expose whatever it is that you have that will show what these people are doing. Man, expose it. You're already living a life of hell as is. Living this lie. What do you have to lose? They took everything from me, man. Like, I had my own home. I had a place of dwelling. I had a more property and things of that nature. Now I'm a vagabond. I'm moving around from place to place. But I share in the likeness of the Most High. I share in the likeness of his only begotten Son that he sent to show us a way, to set an example. I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm doing the right thing. If you're not suffering persecution in this world, as I said on the previous video, you need to question your salvation. You need to absolutely question your salvation. And we have this individual with brights on in the daytime, off in the distance. We got a watcher off in the distance. That's confirmation. They have to watch you. We got other vehicles lurking off in the distance, creeping. That is confirmation when these reptilians, these scorpions, the insectoids, however many other entities there are, when they know that you can see, they're going to watch you because you were never meant to see. So they want to know, why is it that this certain group of people can see but others can't? Maybe